I've been saying this for years, everyone. The Mandela effect is not going to go away. So you better just get used to it because you're not going to stop hearing about it. The Mandela effect deniers are going to have to accept the fact that at some point, many people are experiencing an incredible phenomenon, whether they're part of it or not. That's just something they're going to have to deal with. But this is undeniable, everyone. This is going to be a special video. You have to remember both changes in order to thumb up this video. Please do not thumb up the video if you don't remember both changes. This is going to show people who are extremely affected by the Mandela effect. So we're going to start here. This is voting video number 307.
Because we're the Griswolds.
That's right. They're the Griswolds. And where are they going? Wally World. This is the Wally world I remember. In a world that doesn't seem to exist anymore. It was a Wally world. Chicago to California with the Griswolds. That was my reality. It was Wally world. They were the Griswolds. Well, it's not Wally world and they're not the Griswolds. So get ready for this, everyone. Make sure you're sitting down. Set your drink down. We don't want anyone having any accidents, spilling their drink. This is my reality. CBS News, National Lampoon's Vacation. Where are they now? It's been 3 decades since the Griswolds took an ill-planned road trip to Wally World in National Lampoon's Vacation. One of my favorite movies as a kid. Super funny. Who plays Audrey Griswold? The name of the song at the Wally World is Chariots of Fire. Griswolds, Wally World, Griswold, Wally World. All over the place. Griswolds, Wally World. You can hear in the movie, everyone clearly says the Griswolds. Thumb this up if you recall the Griswolds. Griswalds. And if you recall Wally World. Wally World. Tons of newspapers from the 80s, from the 90s. Wally World, Griswolds. Lots of information in the newspapers. Now, here's where it gets strange. Clark Griswold shoots Wally World guard. So here you have Griswold and Wally World like I remember. The Griswolds arrive at Wally World. This is how it is in the current reality, everyone. They're the Griswolds and they go to Wally, E-Y World. Now there is an actual Wally World, W-A-L-L-Y. It's a water park. That's what this was named after. I don't know if it still exists, but there was a real Wally World, a water park, I guess down near LA. But it wasn't W-A-L-L-E-Y World for me. Never. It was always Wally, W-A-L-L-Y, and they were the Griswolds. Not anymore. The original Griswolds. So this is crazy. Please sum up the video if you remember Wally World and Griswolds. If you remember one, not the other, please don't thumb up the video. Thumb it down. Don't be afraid to thumb down my videos. I have people apologizing all the time. Don't ever be afraid to thumb down my video. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, please thumb down my video. Here's my last video. Robert De Niro or De Niro. Robert of the Nero, from the Nero, which is what De means, of or from. Robert of the Nero. Robert from Nero. 90-8 on the voting here. Most people remember it as one word. So check out my last video if you haven't seen that one yet. Here's something else I'll leave you with. This is Interesting. We have Wally World, the way I remember it, on this lunch bag here. We have Griswold Family Christmas, like I remember it. Over here we have the Griswolds. Here we have Griswold, 1983. So it's got both. It's got Griswold, Griswold, Wally with an E, Wally without an E. So this is interesting. Which one do you buy if you're just coming here to buy one of these? That's funny. All right, everyone. The craziness continues with the Mandela effect. No one has a good explanation of exactly what's going on. There's tons of theories, but no one can tell you this is what's happening, this is why. Nobody. This incredible phenomenon. I just can't believe that this is happening. I feel sorry for the deniers, but I understand the deniers who don't have any of the memories. I just really have a hard time with the fact that people don't have any of the memories. I think everyone can have one of the memories. I don't think that there's anyone that's just from this reality and they never experienced the other reality. It's not this or that reality for me, everyone. It's tons of timelines crossing over. It's, you know, like Jiffy. There's people remember J-I-F-F-Y, J-I-F-F, double F, J-I-F, which is what it's always been in this history, in the current history. So there's three right there. You got Cheez-Its, Cheez-It, Cheez-Its, I-T-Z, I-T-S. There's multiple things going on here. It's not this or that. So I disagree with the people that say, well, it's this or that, and I come from the Sagittarius arm, and now I'm on the Orion spur. It was that world, and it was this world. No, that's not how it is for me. There's multiple worlds crossing over, and this is just still mind-blowing. After almost 3 years, this is just still as mind-blowing as it's always been. Now, sometimes I feel like there's someone changing the current reality because there's scenes in movies that don't make sense now because the word is different and it just makes no sense. This change here is stupid. The Griswolds, that word is pronounced Griswold. Like you hold something, H-O-L-D, hold. Well, W-O-L-D would be wold. So they should be the Griswolds. They're not. You go listen, anyone who, you can go to an interview of Beverly D'Angelo or Chevy Chase. Even in the movie, I mean, they're the Griswolds. They've always been the Griswolds. Well, no, they're not. According to the spelling of the name, they're the Griswolds. This is just ridiculous. This is a ridiculous change. I don't see how people can keep denying this, even if they don't remember it being spelled Griswold. Their common sense should tell them, well, why is it spelled W-O-L-D? But we'll leave them to figure it out for themselves. Hopefully they'll wake up. They think we're under the delusion. A lot of these pastors and stuff think that we're the ones who are under a delusion and we're following Satan and this and that. And their fear just totally directs everything that they say. Their brainwashing and dogma and fear and that whole thing they've been raised up in, it doesn't allow them to step back and see the forest for the trees with the Mandela effect. That's just the way it is. So I feel sorry for those people. They can say we're the ones under the delusion all they want, but the reality residue is on our side. And with so many different actors, that's, you know, I mean, I have so much stuff on my channel. I'm hoping one day people start going back and looking at the old videos. There's so much reality residue. You know, you have Roy Schneider from Jaws, who's actually Scheider. Roy Scheider. Yeah, I remember him as Schneider. I think it's Scheider now. The name changed. He says in an interview, you know, we're going to need a bigger boat has become a modern day phrase of people up against an unsurmountable task or whatever in front of them. I mean, he says, we're going to need a bigger boat in the interview. Well, in the movie, it's you're going to need a bigger boat. He remembers the old line. This just goes on and on. Sally Fields, You like me. You really like me. There's 2 different interviews where she says that. She's misquoting her own famous quote, which is, you like me right now, you like me. In this current reality, that's what it is. I mean, how many people